Hello everyone, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the very first time, and I'm also a musician. Today is the debut and finale of GoldenEye 007. These are the only requests for it. So I'm aware of this game. It was a huge big deal when I was a kid. I have not played it though. We're going to be checking out two songs. We're going to be hearing Facility, otherwise known as The Bathroom, requested by David. And then we have The Watch, otherwise known as the pause menu music, requested by Jesse Cox, by the way, the YouTuber with a great first name and last name. So before I get started, I want to say that the reason this video came to be is basically I'm in the middle of working on a project, a video, and I'm kind of like gathering intel, fitting for this. And I was basically asking everyone across my socials, hey, what are the most iconic video game songs in history? Like even like a stranger in the mall would know, that kind of thing, outside of like the gaming sphere. And I had a couple people request or say the pause theme for 007. That's very interesting because it's a pause theme, but I'm not going to hate on it because I'm aware of a really good pause theme from Legend of Dragoon. So yeah, I'm curious about that. Anyways, we're going to start off with Facility and then into The Watch. These are from the channel Deoxys Prime. Okay, cool. Man, it's been a lot of Nintendo on the channel lately. Facility. GoldenEye 007. I'll say it later. I don't want to talk too much. But there's something I wanted to say, but let's just enjoy it. Don't know the composers. Maybe it says here. No. Okay. This is pretty much what I was about to say, but I'm going to hold off until the end. This is right along the lines of what I was going to talk about. I would also like to shamefully admit I've never seen a James Bond movie. Sorry. I'm aware of James Bond. Pierce Brosnan and the other guy that just retired. And then the one famous actor from like the 80s. I'm sorry. If you guys didn't think I listened to some video game music, you'd be surprised at some movies I've never seen. But I'm aware of this theme. Not the song though. This is new to me. The only thing I know about GoldenEye 007 is how big of an impact it had because of the multiplayer feature. Or the dual screen, I should say. Split screen. I don't know anything about like the single player stuff, so I'm guessing this is single player music. I know speedruns are kind of a thing with it too. Damn, this is sick though. I'm not gonna lie, it's exactly what I thought it would sound like. As soon as I saw 007, I'm like, I bet you this is basically what I had in my head. Daniel Craig? Is it Daniel Craig? I was thinking of the name. I feel like there's Craig in the name somewhere. I can't remember the other actor. He was like super popular before Pierce. Yeah, it's got that like, it's got that surf rock kind of motif in there. Oh, I just thought of something. Is that background referring to what's happening? Let me see. Oh, okay, never mind. It's the same for both. Maybe that background is just a random image from the game. I'm gonna assume most of the soundtrack in this game has this sort of lingering sneak feel, which would make total sense. That spy vibe. Ooh. Okay, that was cool. Okay, before we move on to the next song, there's a lot of things to talk about. First of all, before I click play, I had a very distinct sound in my head of what this would sound like, and yes, that's pretty much on the money what I thought it was going to sound like. Because I said this in my Discord when people were suggesting songs. I was like, I didn't even know GoldenEye had music. I just figured it was music from like the movie, just like digitized, which essentially is what that was. Now, I don't know if that's a common theme throughout the game. I don't know how many songs are in the game, but this is pretty much what I had in mind. Not a bad thing. It's just, you know. So my history with GoldenEye, which is none, is basically what your casual, like what you would refer to as your casual audience. I've never seen it. I've just know it exists because it's so popular. I know it involves, you know, being a spy. I know it's a reoccurring movie series that gets an actor that gets replaced every, I don't know, decade or so, something like that. I don't know. I also was a kid when this game was popular, so of course I heard about it. And I'm actually curious as to why. Not that I really talk about gameplay here, but I wonder why. If you experienced this game in its heyday, or even now, what do you think what it was that like shot it into the stratosphere as far as the genre goes? Because it was like unavoidable. Also, never seen the movies, so sorry. It's just I know the things that like everyone knows, like Shaken Not Stirred and like James Bond. That's it. One day I'll watch them. I don't know which one to start with. Whatever. That's a whole different discussion. But and also again, this is in kind of a common pattern lately on the channel. There's been a lot of Nintendo on the channel lately, and it's interesting hearing stuff, especially from the 64, that I technically grew up right alongside but never experienced. I was a Sega kid into a PlayStation 1 kid, etc. So I feel like a lot of nostalgia is going to be clicked here. And now we go on to something I've heard a lot about. This is very short. It's just called the watch, or the pause menu theme. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very curious about this because it's a pause menu theme, and it was suggested on us in a post about very, very popular video game music. So again, shout out to Jesse Cox. Let's see what this pause menu entails, or watch. Let's go. Oh, it's that motif again, the main. Yo, the groove of it though. This kind of hip hop thing. I don't know why, but my brain went to like if Crash Bandicoot met lo-fi or something. Damn. Okay. I never heard this though, so I can see why it's popular. I'm gonna hear it again. It's already over. Okay. That's a straight up beat. Let me hear it again. Okay. I feel like the reason this is popular, besides it being sick, is probably the same reason why Legend of Dragoon's pause music is popular. So now it makes me wonder if the whole soundtrack is literally just this motif and variations of it, including the pause menu. But what's cool is that, like, 808 bass. Oh, that's sick. I mean, as a hip-hop fan myself, like... And then, of course, the doom. The mixture of the sound effects and the synth with the beat. Yeah, I can hear the appeal. Boom, boom. It's always strange to me listening to stuff that I know are popular based on comments and what people say, because it kind of sets me up and puts like this sort of pressure on me. Well, I can say I've never heard either of those. Kinda, because I know like the main theme of 007, I guess. Also, I just thought of a question. I know GoldenEye is like... Well, okay, I know 007 is like the series, and GoldenEye was like an episode, I guess, in a way to put it. So is that theme, that motif, a GoldenEye one, or like a James Bond main motif? So am I going to hear that in other James Bond related media? Either way, back to the song. I'm actually very glad I heard it with Facility, because you can hear... To me, the pause menu, it's giving me the vibes of like, it's a dynamic song. Because if let's just say the whole soundtrack is like that, like pulling up the pause menu is just an extension, and you're just hearing like another version of the song. I have a lot of questions, but you know what made this so popular, the game. I don't have the question anymore of why this song was chosen. I can see why. I'm willing to bet there's not a lot of other songs, let alone on the 64, that had like a proper hip hop beat, because that was a hip hop beat. There's no way around that. You know, that was pretty much incarnate of that. I wonder what made them choose that or go that route. But what I was saying about the Legend of Dragoon pause music, which I think is in a very similar boat. If you like that song, you'll like that one. The reason that song gets talked about a lot is similar, it's kind of like that hip hop feel, but also it's like a deviation. So now that I think about it, maybe not so similar. Whereas in this one, I'm guessing, is again like an extension of the whole soundtrack. Where in the Legend of Dragoon, nothing sounds like the pause music. So every time you pause, you go into like a different planet type of thing. Like it sounds like an entirely different soundtrack all of a sudden. This one is more about like, damn, this is a sick little groove. What's going on here? I'm almost willing to bet this has been like remixed to death, or people have rapped over it or something. I can almost guarantee it. I can already see it now. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you agree? Well, here, let me ask you a question. Now, bias aside, because you're watching this as a video game music fan, do you think this song here is popular enough that your casual audience that don't listen to video game will hear it, or only within like the gaming world? Those are two different things to me, so let me know your opinion. Either way, that is my introduction to GoldenEye 007 on the 64, and the last video for 64 or GoldenEye, because there's no more requests for this song, which is another reason I'm assuming that there's not a lot of variety in the soundtrack. Which is not a bad thing, by the way. Just making guesses here. I'm always nervous doing Nintendo stuff, because you guys grew up with this, and I'm just like, what's going on? Thank you to David and to Jesse Cox. Thank you to everyone else that suggested the pause menu, GoldenEye, and Facility was really cool as well. Thank you to my Patreon members, my Platinum members. Thanks you for watching. My name is Jesse in the Auditorium. Peace.